Hi, I'm Susan Irwin, and I'm here with City of Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodfin. We're here to discuss the city's engagement with iSeek Solutions to help them align the city's 9 key departments with the administrative central strategy, putting people first. Mayor Woodfin, first, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about the City of Birmingham, your strategy of putting people first, and the challenges that you felt needed to be addressed.
The City of Birmingham is the largest city in the state of Alabama. With a metro area of 1.2 million people, we make up about 212,000 residents. And I am happy to serve as mayor of the City of Birmingham. We have many challenges like any other city, but I am glad that as mayor over the last 17 months, I spent the first 17 months building a team, and I spent the first 10 months asking tough questions about why do we do this way and how can it be better? Within that, we were intentional about certain things. One was, what did we want our mission to be as an administration? And we found that building our community through servant leadership, that's the direction we wanted to go. But we wanted to do that with a theme. And so the theme was putting people first, and that is throughout everything we do. And I want to remind people that's not just a theme, but it's an actual intentional strategy about making sure in everything we do, how we provide services, is putting people first. And then we wanted some core values. So we adopted the core values of being efficient and effective, transparency, accountability. And all of those things allow us, we believe, in how we engage residents and how we engage small business owners who make up the majority of our tax base. Is that we're doing that by putting people first.
So I understand that upon taking the office that you saw a need for a performance assessment to identify areas in the city where you might save costs, grow revenue, and run more efficiently. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, again, well, in asking questions, prior to being the mayor, I was one of the assistant city attorneys for the City of Birmingham for 8 years. And for me, it's always, can we be better? If we can, how do you be better? And before those is, what's your issue? What's your problem? Are things working or not working? And if they're not working, how to make them work better? In that case, I thought it was important to assess what we inherited.
Right.
We have all of these departments. There are issues around just internal issues. All right, so externally, we want to deliver services better. But in order to do that, internally, you have to figure out your issues. So the first thing I said was, and I was sworn in November 28th, we started talking about a performance assessment and doing one in December. And we wanted to come in and peel back the layers, peel back all the onions until we're all cried out, literally no more tears, about every issue within each department. Are we the most efficient and effective with how services are delivered in that department? And if not, what can make it better? And that's how we got to the point of a performance assessment. And in doing that performance assessment, I wanted the balance of choosing someone local, if that makes any sense. But if there were some national expertise out there that could help, and the combination of both of those, that is how we wanted to engage this performance assessment.
So what made you choose iSeek for this project?
That's pretty easy. One, in being a local firm, organization, business, as a small business, I have a keen, high interest in not just minority owned, but women owned. We have this thing where I am committed to Birmingham being a national hub by 2021 for any woman that wants to open her business, who wants to be an entrepreneur, who wants to have a startup, and whatever space she's in, whatever her dream is, I want to engage in it wherever a door is shut in her face, whether it's in Minneapolis or Nashville or Atlanta. Wherever she is in America, can come to Birmingham and be successful, because the City of Birmingham will create an ecosystem where she can be supported and where she can thrive and succeed. The cool thing about iSeek is that they were already in business, that they were already thriving. And so as a city, we wanted to partner with iSeek to make sure the City of Birmingham was positioned to deliver our services better.
The performance assessment that you talked about, it sounds like a complex undertaking. So can you describe iSeek's role in that project?
So let me be honest, it was complex. To have iSeek come in as a neutral, objective, third-party organization and assess how we do our business. You know, most people would put up a wall, but I said, come on in and show us how we can be better. And so within these various departments, 20 plus departments, they took a look at them at a high level and at a deeper level, and combined at high level and deeper level, they were able to be on the solutions end of saying, how can we be more efficient? How can we be more effective? How could we better deliver services? How could we do some cost savings? And how to just manage and lead better. You're talking about a $400+ million organization with 4,000 employees. And we inherited a culture that already existed. And so we wanted our culture to match our core values. And we wanted to make sure within these departments it could work. So iSeek did a lot of work over several months, and they produced a product that we now are responsible for pushing to make sure we deliver services in a more cost-efficient way and a more effective way in delivering those services.
It sounds like you formed a constructive working relationship with the iSeek team. So tell me a little bit more about the results that came out of this endeavor.
Absolutely. So they gave us many examples. So one of the things they showed us, for example, which is probably the toughest nut to crack, our pension. Within our financial department or finance department, there are many issues of how we've been spending our money, allocating our resources, things we should be doing, the financial and moral obligations we should have, and recommendations on how to get there. Well, in that finance department, what we found is we haven't been doing our part as it relates to our obligation towards our pension. They made many financial recommendations towards us, and I'm glad to say with the new fiscal budget we're recommending this past Tuesday to the public, to the council, that the city of Birmingham is meeting its financial obligation towards its pension. I would dare say without iSeek's support, without their recommendations, without their input, and without their best practices, we wouldn't have gotten to this point. So I'm very pleased with that. Some other options they gave us, or other things they told us we should be doing, or recommendations we should be doing, was really around cost savings and around being more efficient. And all of that, I'm missing a point, it's attached to a strategic plan. So we didn't just want to come in as an administration. And I can tell you as mayor, what happens is in my position, you can get caught up in the day-to-day. And because you get caught up in the day-to-day, you can forget to look around the corner, thinking long-term, what needs to be in place 4, 5, 10, 20 years from now. So we came up with a strategic plan. iSeek helped and assisted in that strategic plan. And this strategic plan produced a lot of things for us around how can we think and plan long-term. That was one of the biggest things that came out of the work they've done. Really proud of that. We actually have a chief strategist that engages iSeek, I feel like on a weekly basis. iSeek has a great team. It's not just Annie, she has team members. They're all great at what they do, helping us execute, helping us be accountable, helping us be transparent, and helping us be more efficient.
I understand that your relationship with Annie Allen goes back farther than this professional engagement. So can you tell me how that relationship began and what it has meant to you?
So I was fortunate enough to meet Annie on the campaign trail. And Annie was very kind with her time. She was very kind with her personal space to do a friend raiser for me actually in her home, introducing me to people in her circle who she thought would be open to a new way of how municipal government at the city of Birmingham should work. I'm just a young person with a notion that I can make a difference. She believed in that difference. She believed in me. And that expanded. Those friends of Annie's started doing friend raisers, and this friend raising circle expanded, and now I'm meeting people all over different parts of the city because of Annie's connections, and she's a genuine human being. And it wasn't just about money. Annie took the time to come down and volunteer with her time. She took the time to pick up the phone. She took the time to knock on doors. She took the time to recruit other volunteers. Just overall a good human being. And I am not only happy to have known her on the campaign trail, but I was very pleased with iSeek performance and the deliverables they've had for the city of Birmingham as mayor.
Great. It's obvious that Annie has a strong passion for the city of Birmingham, and she's demonstrated that both personally and professionally. So again, it sounds like you performed that constructive relationship with Annie and the iSeek team.
I did. So the city has so many complex problems. The fact that we've not only created these intangibles in this hand of a theme and the mission and some core values, the tangible strategic plan. You have to be able, in our position, to deliver services for people. And you need to be able to track it. You need to be able to know where you are. You need to be able to assess. iSeek has helped and is helping us do all of the above. And this constructive relationship wasn't just about getting here. It's about when you're here in the seat, can you actually produce for people? iSeek is helping with that.
One of Woodfin's administrative strategic objectives was to focus on innovation and economic opportunity for small business, especially diverse businesses. So tell me a little bit about those strategic objective and how it's progressed so far.
Yeah, well, so there are two things. One is there was a transition period after we won before we were actually sworn in. Mm-hmm. Within that, I wanted to create a transition team. Annie was one of the, I had several co-chairs. She was one of the co-chairs that led in that transition to engage in a start of the deep dive around how do we be more efficient. A portion that delved into small business growth. Here's the deal, in America, small businesses are driving the economy. That's no different here in the city of Birmingham. And from the work, not just Annie did as a co-chair, but what iSeek has helped us do, and what that strategic plan is from aligning what we should be doing. We've gotten to the point where a few weeks back, we rolled out a small business council. The small business council is made up of 22 people, and they are assisting and helping making sure we support small business growth, that we support entrepreneurship, that the process of how people have to engage the city, whether it's starting their business, expanding their business, or growth, whatever their process is, or from a programmatic standpoint, what's the city's role in supporting them? iSeek played a huge role in that, in addition to Annie from the beginning being one of the co-chairs. So I'm happy about what we're doing around small business. And look, let's face it, iSeek is a small business. Mm-hmm. City of Birmingham needs to use not just the small business council, but this relationship with and engaging in iSeek as a small business owner to make sure we're supporting our small businesses.
That's fantastic. So Mayor Woodfin, we appreciate your insights.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you again for your time today.
Absolutely.